Hello, welcome back. My name is Maxine Samone. I'm here to share a touch of Venus with you, and we're going to get straight into the reading. I feel like my mind went blank when it came to downloads, and I had some when I was getting on here, so I guess not applicable to this reading, or if they're important, they'll come back to me. If you're interested in a personal reading, I do have appointments available on atouchofvenus.com. That is the only place that you can book, okay? And I'm going to do my best to attend to the comments, but mainly I just want to get into a flow, open the channel for spirit to speak to the collective, Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, higher beings of light and unconditional love, divine mother, divine father, Holy Spirit, what are the best and highest messages for this collective? I've been kind of feeling like if you're a diviner, or if you also share messages, or maybe you practice divination on your own, that it could be time to get some new tools. Maybe try new forms of divination. Expand your clairs, something about that. We have divine perfection, and already there is value. That came out in another reading. You saw that I shuffled, okay? We have Archangel Melchizedek, which talks about DNA. So we could be talking about something ancestral, or unlocking something ancestral. This is number 4, Crystal Angel number 444. And then we have number 43. And this is Goddess Matangi. The way my words are not coming through. Matangi. I think that's how you say it. Matangi. Jeez Louise. Already there is value. These are very different looking cards. So you could be, I feel like this collective, you're very unique. I'm getting a very unique energy. Like you have a good balance. It's kind of intimidating to other people because you carry so much light, but you maybe don't look like it. You don't look evil or anything, but you look interesting. You look captivating because you have this balance of two very different energies all in one. It could be a good balance of masculine and feminine, but I feel like it's different than that. It's almost it's not just the masculine and feminine. It's this dark and light thing going on. It's you maybe look a little bit more intimidating or scary on the outside or something, and then you're super sweet on the inside, something like that. But I don't know, you're just it feels very well integrated right now, and it makes you a powerhouse. And yes, I feel yes, I feel thank you, I love you too. But it feels so number 434 came through today earlier too, so it just feels you have this very, I don't know, it's just a striking energy, I like it. You might be connected to birds too, or you might be being surrounded by birds a lot more. I see specifically 2 or 3 different kinds of birds kind of showing up here. Usually when I think of ancestral, I think of cardinal or bluebirds or something like that. But I'm getting almost a parakeet looking type of bird. Something really colorful or tropic. So it's you're giving exotic vibes, okay? So, but you could also be tapping into ancestry that's related to maybe the tropics, or indigenous. Ooh. We have Hecate coming out, and then we have Grace for the grand gesture. Ooh, you have a very potent, very, very potent feminine energy. I like it. Discernment coming at the bottom of the deck. So people are intimidated because they see you could see right through them. They feel that you can see right through them. They don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Some people really don't like that. And some people like that they can be so held and seen by you. Thank you, train. But it feels like some people are like, how do they know that? How do they, I don't know. Again, it's like you have this light. It's used for good. It's used for light. This power that you hold. But some people that are intimidated by that power may think that you don't use it for light. You know what I'm saying? But really, this intensity, this power that you hold, it comes from your heart space. You have a very open heart. You're protective of it in not a controlling way, but in a discerning way. It's like you use your discernment to protect your heart. So it's a weird thing that people haven't really experienced before, is like this openness, but guardedness at the same time, but not being guarded in a predictable, controlling way. It's you know how to pivot, you know how to move around people that would normally like, oh, you're like the it sounds so corny, but it's like you are like the narcissist's worst nightmare, because it's like when you can see a narcissist or somebody that would be like a master manipulator, it's like you see them. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, oh, I'm not used to being seen this way, this clearly, this early on. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I'm getting like a showdown. You know what I'm saying? But then there's people that really love being in your energy because they feel so held and so seen and so like protected. So it's like people either really fuck with you or they really don't like you. You know, like there's really nothing in between. Like I feel that. But I feel like you're kind of releasing personally in your journey, you know, this collective's journey. It feels like you're releasing the need to control or to be hyper vigilant, because something that a mantra that you could take that I've been repeating that came to me, that spirit gave to me, is that if I'm in awareness, I don't have to be in control. If I'm in awareness, I don't have to be in control. And we have discernment here on the bottom of the deck. If I'm in awareness, if I don't have to be hyper aware, but if I'm in awareness of my surroundings, if I'm in awareness of my intuition and my guidance, and I'm tuned in, then I don't have to be in control of my circumstances, of my environment, because that's exhausting, you know. So it doesn't allow you to relax, to be in your authenticity. And so spirit is saying that your discernment, your intuition is how you guard your heart, not by actually becoming controlling, you know. So I feel like this is something that the collective is releasing. Like this, the type of vibe is kind of what we're releasing right now. Let's get some more. I like your energy. We have a lot of green, so I get like you just have a really beautiful big heart. It feels like you've been through a lot with Hecate showing up here. This is giving like, she shows up in so many forms and I just got chills. Like she gives me a very tall, motherly energy. I don't know how to explain that. Like tall, like that's how I picture her. I have a hard time imagining her sometimes. You know, I've seen pictures, people have pictures and things, you look her up. But, and you know, she has the 3 heads, you know, all the things, like, you know, supposedly supposed to be like the present, past and future, or like the multidimensionality. You have this quality about you, this multidimensionality, but you have this bigness about your energy. She has like a very overpowering energy. So like even you might not even be physically bigger person or taller person or anything, but that energy you have, like you have a giant type energy, you know. And people are like, when you walk into a room, they're like, what the fuck is that? Like, what is that? You could be just chilling. You could be very quiet. Again, observant, you know, kind of giving the quietest person in the room. It has the most power. That's kind of your vibe. And so like it gives that you can very much notice very easily performative acts. So we have conclusions are within reach and the answers you need are coming in reverse. So like I said, it kind of feels like you're putting the need to search for things or reasoning down. It feels like you're I want to say touching, but trusting your gut feelings about people, places, things. You're not really looking for the whys anymore, because once the information, your intuition is giving you information, right? Your sensitivities are giving you information. You're tuning into the environment rather than having to stick around to see if your intuition to have it validated. You're kind of learning that this is information that you're getting, and you can make decisions based off of that, and not having to actually see it play out in reality, because there are plenty of times, and Spirit does this for you so that you can trust your intuition, that the information, if you say you're at a party or something, you're like, I need to leave, whatever, you actually trust that and you leave, you'll get a confirmation later on, someone call you or something, or you'll get a text message, or you'll see something that'll be like, such and such shit happened at the party, you know what I'm saying, and you'll be like, oh, good thing I left, things like that, where it's like, you don't have to stick around to validate your own intuition. You're just taking that as information and you're moving forward, which is beautiful, because you don't have to, you're starting to trust yourself more, which is actually making you even more magnetic, because now your energy is getting bigger, which is beautiful. It's like you're becoming more powerful. That's what it is. Your commitment is being tested. We have communication is key in the reverse, and the energy is gaining momentum in the reverse. So there may be someone, this could be coming up specifically for you, because you could be picking up on an off energy with a particular person is what's coming through. They may not be aligned in this next timeline that you are aligning with. And I feel like you've been picking up on this. You've been thinking about this, and like Spirit's been kind of sending you little things here and there. And I feel like something that's been coming through too is that people are portals. People are bridges to particular frequencies. If you're noticing that somebody is not on that same vibe that you're on, by you choosing to entertain or be in that frequency with them, you are choosing to align with that frequency. And this is where we have things of the ego, like our loyalties, time that we spent with that person. Oh, but they've done this for me. Those kind of things that come into our mind that keep us stuck in frequencies that we don't need to be aligned with anymore. And there are little whispers, what it feels like from your intuition, that is telling you something about this person, or something is off. Maybe not you're not getting the full picture. And I feel like that's bothering you. It could be bothering you that you're not understanding exactly why, because I don't think that you think that this person is necessarily bad or anything like that, or the situation is bad. And so, and maybe in past situations, it's easier to leave because, you're like, this is bad, what I'm saying? But this one isn't, it's not that, it's just not aligned with the frequency that you're trying to align to. And you're picking up on that, but I feel like something that's coming through that could help you with releasing this, if that's what you're trying to do, is stay aligned with your dream timeline, your highest timeline, is to, if there are things that a person has done for you that is part of the reason why you have these loyalties kind of in place, and that what keeps you with this particular person or aligned with that, you deserve to receive whatever they gave, despite what was attached to it. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Like, you were in the position to receive that, and that was given to you because you deserved it. And that's it. That's it. The period. You don't owe anybody anything. And when people try to throw those things back into your face, oh, but I did this, that is a manipulation tactic to keep you stuck in that relationship or that frequency, to make you feel guilt or shame for receiving something that they offered, that they gave. You know what I'm saying? So don't feel bad about that. That's a subtle trick of the ego. I feel like that not only do other people participate in, but we do to ourselves before that conversation even happens, and we don't allow ourselves to set the appropriate boundaries. So it just feels like this, we're going to get more details, but it feels like this is coming up because it's like I don't ever really feel like the universe, I don't like using the language that the universe tests you, but it's more so, the universe to me is kind of like algorithmic, the way my words, like an algorithm. I was trying to say algorithmic. It's giving that, where it's like your decisions are like yes, no, like you're swiping on a frequency. You know what I'm saying? Like you're trying to find your perfect frequency, and it's like, yes, this aligns me to it. No, it doesn't. It's almost like tally marks of like, what do I want to align with, you know? And so if you are continuously choosing to align with someone that you are getting intuitive hits around, like, I don't know. And it doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be dire situations. This is about keeping you clear and in alignment, you know? You could also be picking up like attention seeking behavior from this person. A little bit of extra attention all of a sudden from this person, because they could feel you possibly pulling away. So that could make it more difficult, you know? Yeah, it's kind of coming up odd. Like it's a weird energy that's coming up. Let's see. Yeah, someone's feeling a little bit left out. They can already feel it. They can feel it. And you can feel it. You can feel, like, y'all can feel this separation. The energy has shifted a little bit, you know? We have strength popping out. So this isn't necessarily an easy thing to do, again, because I don't feel like it's bad. I don't feel like this person is bad either. It's more about maintaining alignment. Let me see. Angels, ancestors, spirit guide. Oof. I was cutting the deck and I saw we have both the devil and we have the lovers. Do you see how similar these cards look? Just take a look. The devil card refers to codependencies. It refers to fears, stuck, you know, restrictive energy. Not utilizing our free will, feeling like we're a victim to our circumstances, those kind of things, that type of energy. And there's two people here, you know. This is also, the lover's energy has an angel, and it presents choice. It represents free will. It is freedom in love. This is codependency in love. It's very similar. And it's very interesting how I kept... This is codependency in love. It's very similar. And it's very interesting how I kept going in about how your energy is so integrated of light and dark. You know what I'm saying? You have both in there. And this person may be trying to, like... Not consciously, this person is acting from a subconscious place or an unconscious place, or their frequency, you're noticing that their frequency brings out more of this in you than this. And so, and I just got chills. So this person, while you're integrated, and so this is how you're integrated with your shadow, so you recognize other people's shadow behaviors. You know what I'm saying? You've recognized your own. You know what it feels like when it comes up in your body as well. You know what that shift feels like. And you're starting to notice that you might be feeling a little bit of codependent energy. Like I said, there's some attention-seeking behavior where you're like, this person is trying to keep me looped in. You know what I'm saying? Trying to keep me... So Spirit is saying that with true love, you know, whether it's a romantic connection, friends, there's freedom there to choose, you know. That's what I'm saying. It looks like it might be a friendship connection, and there's clarity around that. So we have 3 of Cups and the Ace of Swords. So there's... Interesting. I'm interested to see what comes out, because angels, ancestors, spirit guides, higher beings of light and unconditional love, divine mother, divine father, Holy Spirit, Archangel Michael, calling on you to keep the message clear, keep the channel clear, please, because I can feel my own ego and thoughts, my own opinions on this type of situation coming through, and I want to keep the channel nice and clear. Okay. So you are protecting yourself from, your intuition is kind of picking up a little, it's like a little radar is going off a little bit, because you are recognizing there's something around a pattern of not being able to receive without guilt coming up within a connection. And you're trying to release yourself from this, or you are releasing yourself from this. Something to do with that. So whoever you may be thinking about could be related to that pattern. Yeah, we have 4 of Pentacles in reverse. You're noticing a little bit, you're noticing an energy leak. Someone pulling on your energy or thinking about you a whole lot because they're noticing that you're pulling your energy back a bit. There's a leak of energy. And this is why I feel like your antennas are going up, because you're feeling somebody pulling on your energy. You could be thinking about them a lot randomly, or vice versa, you know, and it's like you weren't thinking about them, but all of a sudden, and then when you do that, they text you or something, you know, or maybe you're thinking about, you're getting that intuitive hit of like, you know, creating space or something like that, and then they text you. Something along those lines. Because then we have King of Pentacles in the reverse. We have 7 of Swords, and then we have 2 of Swords. There's something around this person prefers to have you in a place where you're a little bit unstable. I think that, I don't know if this is conscious or unconscious, but they actually feel more relevant with you feeling a little bit less stable, because I feel like this makes them feel needed. We have the 7 of Swords and the 2 of Swords together. So together that equals 9 swords. It's almost like they prefer when you're a little bit frazzled, a little bit worried about something. Maybe they help you process things. Yeah, 8 of Swords. Is this a collective energy? Yes, this is their energy. They prefer to have you... I don't think that they know this about themselves. I think that they do this on a subconscious level because they want to maintain a certain level of connection with people. And it's like it's like this... Yeah, there's clarity around this. This is providing you some clarity. They want to make people feel good. They want to make people feel safe with the 4 of Wands here crossing all of this. They want people to feel like they have a safe space. So they're really good at helping people when they're in a frazzled space. You know, with the 9 of Swords kind of energy together, or the 8 of Swords, like the anxieties. When people don't know who they are, when they're forgetting who they are, their connection to source, and they start to feel this fear come up and stuff, it's almost like they provide the safe haven and that safe space for them to remember who they are, and this gives them some sense of purpose. How does this affect you? This is coming up as it's in the way of you actually being able to receive your higher timeline, because this person, maintaining this connection with this person, this might have been a friend that helped you out or something like that. There is this subconscious kind of thing going on with this person that they want to be in a helping position, in a service position. And if when you're in your power, you don't need that anymore. Queen of Wands in reverse and the Page of Wands. They prefer, I think, on a subconscious level, for you to be in this. It's like I don't feel like it doesn't give me jealous. It doesn't give me hating. It doesn't give me, I think that this is such a deeply subconscious pattern that this person does not realize that they look at themselves, and I think that you look at them as well as a collaborator, you know, the Three of Wands or Three of Pentacles. It's like they're helping, you know what I'm saying? They're helping. But actually, there is this energy that exists within them that is Seven of Swords, Two of Swords. They don't want to look at this trickster type of energy that they have within them that keeps themselves and the people around them in a certain position of like being debilitated. It feels like not empowered. You know what I'm saying? Three of Swords. I feel like there's almost a fear that's coming up around this person. And this could be something that they've learned through their own connections, previous connections. It feels like this is a pattern that you might have experienced with romantic partners as well. Or maybe this person experienced this in romantic partners where, you know, like when you want to start changing, you want to start transforming, you want to start glowing up, and your partner almost gets intimidated by that fact. They start to try to knock you down just a little bit. But I don't think that this person is doing it on purpose. I actually don't feel like this person wants to like impede on you at all. I do feel like this collaborator energy or this like, you know, like safety kind of thing. They want to be a safe space for you. But when you are transforming and you're getting into your Empress energy, you are the safety. You are your own home. So you don't need that from another person. This makes them feel insignificant. This makes them feel not confident about themselves or what they have to bring to the connection. And this is also kind of clarifying this already. There is value. It was like you had forgotten who you were. You did need somebody, it feels like, to straighten your crown. Do you know what I'm saying? But that was what was needed, not all the things that are attached to this. It just feels like a sticky energy. Because even that last sentence I said doesn't feel fully clear, because this doesn't feel malicious. It feels like this person needs to also remember that already there is value within them. You know what I'm saying? This is going to put this person at a crossroads. It feels like, I feel like this, what you're being prompted to do is kind of create space. This is putting this person at a crossroads. Yeah, Strength in the reverse. There's a lack of confidence and a lack of courage. I think that you're also feeling this, like you don't want to do this because you're also picking up on them picking up on you're picking up on this. Do you know what I'm saying? And you're feeling them being like, no. And then you're like, I don't even want to. But I'm also picking up that you're not someone that does not do what the fuck you're supposed to do when it comes to your direction from the divine. You know what I'm saying? On the bottom of the deck, or on the bottom of the deck, but we do have the Hermit on the bottom of the deck. We have Knight of Swords that fell on the ground. That is a message or something being delivered or something being said. And like I said, there's something that this is clarifying Hecate. This is clarifying crossroads. You're going to have the courage, you know, to speak up and say that, or to create space at least. I don't know exactly what it is that you need to say. But you need to follow your guidance for sure. We have Five of Pentacles. This is going to make somebody feel left out. This is going to be kind of heartbreaking, but it is also leading to healing. Four of Cups in reverse. And then we have the Star. It's not something that either of y'all want to do, I think. Because again, I don't get a malicious energy. And I don't get a... It's trickster. And this person's mind is on, like, again, they're not even knowing. They're not even privy to this. To a certain degree, it feels like. Because we have both of these cards that have blindfolds on. When it comes to these swords. But I think that by you creating space, it will bring this to their awareness, which is gonna, you have this intensity. This is what it's going back to the beginning. You have this intensity, you have this integration of this dark and this light. You have so much light, you have such a beautiful heart space that it's so big. You know what I'm saying? But there's also a level of integration of your darkness where you will stand up for yourself, or you will do what's best for yourself. But also, you could also be easily intimidating and vilified or demonized by doing what's best for you, or following your guidance, you know? And I feel like this person may have a really hard time processing this particular thing, because it's not something that I feel like you want to do or this person wants to do. Because, again, this is coming from a loving place. But at the end of the day, it doesn't feel like this person's like wanting to help is coming from a pure place. It's coming from, there's a subconscious, like, almost this not the right word. It's not celebration, but I think a little bit being a little bit happy that you may need some, like, assistance with something, you know? Yeah, we have Three of Cups crossing this whole thing. This is dealing with a friend. We have the 3 threes right here. It's like giving a third party energy. It's not third party energy. It's almost like a third party energy to you. It's like your old timeline, your new timeline. And this person is that bridge, and they are kind of flip flopping. You know what I'm saying? It's like they want to help you on your new timeline, but they're also attached to their old timeline and how they're operating. And they're like, and they might have been this bridge for you to help you go into this new timeline. But they themselves have not transitioned into the new timeline. So it's damn near holding you back. You know what I'm saying? It's starting to get that energy of holding you back. And we have the High Priestess. It's like, you know this. You feel this. Like, this person, I don't know if there has been certain calls, or there's been certain warnings, or there's been certain, like, guidance that they've been given, or even things that you've said, and this person did not heed them. Yeah, so Knight of Pentacles in reverse. There's something that's going to be slowed all the way down. It's like coming to a halt, some kind of stagnancy, or they're experiencing stagnancy and you're not experiencing stagnancy right now. So we have King of Wands and the Lovers in reverse. This is what I'm saying. It's a very weird mirror that I'm kind of picking up on, in the way that you've experienced a similar energy, possibly in romantic connections in the past, like with masculines. You know, I feel like I could be talking to a feminine collective, you know, because we have the Wheel of Fortune. So something repeating again, or something like you are changing the trajectory of something because you're catching it. Again, I don't have to be in control of the situation. I don't have to stick around and see how a situation plays out to validate my intuition, right? So this is a repeated something, but it's showing up in a different form. You're noticing a similar shift in energy that you've experienced before. And it looks like there's been a mirror that has been happening, or that has happened in past connections, where you could have experienced this, like, while you're trying to up level with a person, like a masculine, you know, and when they felt you coming into your power, they immediately started acting different towards you. Oh, you're doing you know, I just hear different things coming to my mind about, like, different hairstyle, they comment on it. Different, you want to change your eating habits, they comment on it, you know, or it's like slight little digs that will, that add up, you know what I'm saying? And they try to knock your confidence down as you're trying to make the transition. It's not fully supportive energy, but they're still right there in your face by your side while you're trying to do that thing. And so it's contradictory. It doesn't allow you to be in alignment. It just feels like people that get intimidated when you go through this transition. It feels like this collective has gone through several transitions in their life, or you are familiar with what it takes to up-level your life, and how it's giving Scorpio energy, kind of, where it's like there's a seriousness to it in this fixed energy. You know what I'm saying? Where you have to be this or you have to be that when you decide that you're going to change something. There is no wishy-washy middle space when you're in the middle of a transition, because you have to be dead set on that goal. You know what I'm saying? So that's why Scorpio is so good. That's why it literally represents the death and transformation, is because they can get hyper focused on that goal. And so like this person is not there. Again, they're in the middle space, you know, and that's a beautiful space to be in for other things, you know, but not while you're transitioning into something else. So yeah, we have Judgment, and then we have Four of Swords. We have Judgment in reverse, and then Four of Swords. And so it kind of feels like when I see Judgment here and we have Rest at the same time, it feels like a judgment call has already been made. Yeah, and then we have Ace of Cups. Oops, yep. Ace of Cups still came out upright. I think that there's an invitation to not worry. Don't worry about this person. Don't worry about what things they may say, what they may think about you. Because again, having such a potent energy and such a powerful energy, it feels like you have like this dark and this light integrated. It's very easy for people to project onto you. It's very easy for people to villainize you, especially when you're making judgment calls in this way that, well, this judgment call feels like it's been already determined by Spirit. Spirit is advising you to rest and to pour into your own cup with the Ace of Cups. But also I feel like there's this invitation to remember there's like a release of the spiritual ego that is being reflected within this connection, because by you choosing to stay in alignment with your divine guidance, you recognize that you're all connected anyway, you know what I'm saying? And you're doing what's best for you, and this person will get what they need. They'll be supported by the divine. They're also connected to the divine just in the same way that you are, and that you being in their life is not going to make their journey easier, better, you know what I'm saying, or anything. It's not about you, you know? And so there's that understanding there, but also this person has almost the same understanding, you know, to kind of go through. And I think through this actual space, this separation, it feels like that Spirit is saying that needs to be had. I think that this person may start to understand a pattern that's happened. I feel like a pattern that's been happening in their life. You know what I'm saying? I think that you also have some integrating to do when it comes to patterns in your life and how this has showed up with people that want to be close to you, and understanding, I don't know, it's like that shift in energy that you notice. It's like you're getting more and more attuned to it. Yes, we have the Seven of Wands. It's like the Seven of Wands is such an interesting card to me now. The more that I've learned about it, it represents standing up for yourself, you know, being in battle, you know, in a sort of way. But really, there's people down here that are holding these wands, and then there's this person that's in an elevated position kind of fighting off something, you know? So you're in an elevated position, or some people have explained this as a person that's really big, like a giant person. And we were talking about you have such a big energy. So you have these energies that are in a lower frequency kind of working to pull you down to a lower frequency. Your job is to create space from those lower frequencies so you can maintain your frequency, right? And I'm not saying that this person is in a lower frequency. It just feels like, again, this person hasn't fully transitioned. And so your job is to maintain your frequency. You're not responsible for that other person. That person isn't responsible for you. And you being in their life is not going to make their life easier, just like them being in your life is not going to make their life easier, or whatever the fuck I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? So, yes. So we have... I'm not getting anything from that. That's crazy. Can I get one more? Spirit is asking you to be a leader in your life in this moment to close out a cycle. It feels like there's been some dissatisfaction, some over giving, Queen of Cups in reverse, no boundaries when it comes to your heart, your love, again, using your discernment, your intuition to protect your energy. It feels like you've been over giving. It feels like I don't think that it's fully in awareness how much your give is by sharing your heart space, and by Queen of Cups is also like kind of like this one to pop out too. So two things. It's like your heart space, and Queen of Cups is a psychic queen, you know, very intuitive, you know what I'm saying? And so you've been actually carrying more of this energy than you realize. And I don't think you've been saying anything, King of Swords in reverse. And I feel like this has caused some kind of dissatisfaction. This is kind of giving a stalling. You know, it's not like a full stagnancy like Nine of Pentacles in reverse, but it is giving something is taking longer than it needs to take in your life. And Spirit is kind of highlighting where the energy leak actually is. So it's something that I feel like you didn't want to look at because it was going to require you to have a difficult conversation, or I think that there was this connection kind of validated an old story around you having to work for the things that you receive. I think it also kind of was tied to how your nervous system used to operate, with being kind of anxious and not knowing how to process things on your own, things like that, where it's kind of giving a little bit of trauma bonding. And yeah, it just feels like Spirit is saying, watch what you water right now. That's been a message that's been coming out. Watch what you say right now. Watch what you water right now. Where are you putting your time and energy? Who are you choosing to connect with? Like, you've been in the void space. This collective has been in the void space for not such a long time. We've been talking about the void for a minute. You know what I'm saying? And so it feels like it's just, you don't have time for this. You know what I'm saying? You don't have time for this. We have the sun. This is enlightenment. This is something coming from out the darkness. You know what I'm saying? Something that's been just kind of like, you've been picking up on something, but you haven't been able to put your finger on it. This is that. You know what I'm saying? And then we have the Two of Cups. This is a soulmate. This is someone, again, I don't get a malicious energy. Be mindful, you know what I'm saying? Be mindful of how you choose to move forward with this connection. I'm not saying that you have to completely cut this person off. I'm actually seeing that this person has great intentions. I'm seeing that this person is a soulmate. I'm seeing that they have their own shadowy trickster energy that they're having a really hard time with processing. I feel like you're also giving a lot to that person by helping them process that. That is where I'm saying that there needs to be space, time, conversation had, boundaries set, that like, I can't help you move through that. I can't help you do that right now. I can't answer the phone right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm focused on me right now. And however long that looks like for you. Because I do see that, and we have the Chariot and we have the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups in reverse. Seven of Cups. And the Justice. Eight of Pentacles. I feel like you're going to need more time than I think this person will like. It is showing up a little bit confused, and we're feeling like some kind of emotional manipulation. I don't know if that's from you or from them. It feels like, actually, I feel like that's from them. They're going to feel like they're getting, their emotions are going to take them on a ride when this conversation does happen, or if you decide to have this conversation. It feels like they're not going to like this, but they will sit with it, it feels like. But it feels like their emotions are going to take over. It's not going to become, they're not going to be very clear on this. They're going to be, it feels like they're going to feel hurt. We had the Three of Swords come out here earlier. You know, they're going to feel some type of way about it. But I do see you, Chariot and Justice. Again, like, people don't know how to handle this type of energy that you carry. It's very integrated. It's very different. People, you have a certain level of, like, it feels like self-mastery, and it comes with a lot of discipline, you know. And it's not easy to maintain. Sometimes I think that you question, are you really even all of that? You know what I'm saying? Like, everything that I'm describing, do you really feel that way? But I feel like you do. But I do feel like it's, because when I saw the Eight of Pentacles, I see mastery. But I see also, like, being really focused. You know what I'm saying? Again, like, you are someone that, like, well, if you know that you're in this transformation period, you will dial in. You'll lock in. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we have the Hermit mode. Literally, you'll go in hermit mode. You're like, I don't actually even need to be interacting like that. There is no middle space for me. You know, we have the Fool. They're like, go ahead and do it. Spirit is saying you need to do that actually right now. We have Ace of Wands in reverse. It's like, that is such an interesting thing, because it's like a new beginning, but not a new beginning. It's weird. It's like you are in the space of a new beginning, but you have some actions that you've been taking that don't reflect a new beginning because of the people that you're connecting with. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles. This is also giving me, like, what's more important, getting or letting go? You know, like that J. Cole thing. That always pops into my head sometimes in readings. But what's important, getting or letting go? Right now, it's important for you to let go. Anything else? Yeah. It's the people that are closest to you that tend to have a hard time watching you grow and transition into a new version of yourself. They almost feel like it's a personal attack if they're not on their own growth and ascension journey. Or if they're not at the same pace, at the same space as you, you know. So it feels like this person is having a hard time with their own transition. You may be experiencing a hard time with your transition as well, but it's due to this energy leak of many, maybe other things. But it feels like, again, like this is coming from people that you consider to be very close to you and that are having a hard time with transition, with the idea of transition, with the idea of letting go of something and moving into something new. Let's get some angel cards. Thank you, train. Thank you, train. We have 11:19 on the clock. Oops. Got all these cards here. Let's just get like one or two, and then we're gonna get some. I don't know. Let's see. You can't make it up. I'm telling you. Angel of Silence. Shah TL, I think. When words fail, Shatiel descends. The wind dies and the earth comes to a rest. In stillness, a new aspect emerges, the touch of an elusive angel. Space around it gains new meaning, held motionless by the grip of its presence. Fear not, it rarely lingers. So yeah, something needs to be put on ice for a minute. And then we have the Angel of Storms. And again, this may not go over very well, you know. But even then, if it does, if it doesn't, I feel like you more so carry the energy of storm, you know? Like, if it does, if it doesn't, it is what it is, you know? As the sun began to set, the boats turned to the back towards the shore. All the while, Ananiel, that is the Angel of Storms, pleaded with them to stay. Ignoring him, the fishermen held to their course. Angered, the angel summoned the waves to do what his words could not. He wrenched their boats from their destination and pulled them until the land was lost to the horizon. In life, these first seafarers had been his acolytes. In death, they were their own men. My ear just started ringing so hard I couldn't even like read the last sentence. But that was the most important one, I believe. It's like you told this person, you warned this person, you kept telling them about certain things. They chose not to listen. So it feels like, again, like this is kind of giving that the judgment call has already been made. You know what I'm saying? Regarding this connection, this friendship, this person, this romantic connection, you know, and it says in life, these first seafarers had been his acolytes, or they were close at one point, but in death, they're their own men. So you don't have any responsibility for this person. I think that this collective also needs to release responsibility. It's about something around the spiritual ego, you know, it's kind of coming through, and about being of service. That's, I feel like, being reflected in this connection in this collective. So we have Angel of Capricorn and the Angel of the Crown. Yes, Capricorn. Knowledge and anger. Do it before y'all get upset with each other, for real. Do it before there's resentment built, you know. Walking into the future from the past, we travel a perilous journey. Sometimes there are people in our lives that guide us, and sometimes we ourselves must be the guide. This sign represents the part of us that must carry the torch of responsibility and tradition. I swear. Everything that I say is not me saying it. It's literally because, like, I will say something and it'll be in the fucking card. You know what I'm saying? It will come out in the cards. And that's what I'm saying. I just pray to be clear channel, you know. It always just amazes me. That's all. This sign represents the part of us that must carry the torch of responsibility and tradition. The long and lonely road that stretches before us must be walked, but it does not need to be walked alone. The long, lonely road that stretches before us must be walked, but it does not need to be walked alone. I like this card. It's cute. We have the Capricorn there with the little fishies over here. Then we have emanation of the crown. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. The responsibility that comes with that, with enlightenment, with the knowledge, with the truth, with the seeking of the truth always. You know, that is a heavy responsibility. The crown of Eon Soph, the first utterance. There is no way of truly knowing the untangible. I feel like what stands out to me is that these two cards came out together. We have the Capricorn here, and it has a halo, and then we have the crown. And again, Capricorn is a malefic. It's actually connected to Saturn, so it's really interesting that there's a halo right there. But again, you have this integration of both your dark and your light, and that's what makes you so motherfucking intimidating. And it's like, Angel of the Written Word. And then Angel of Time. And then we still have, oh no, we have Angel of War now on the bottom of the deck. So what this person, okay, just to like wrap this up. This person, hello. It feels like they're not a bad person. They want to show up as help. They want to collaborate. They want to be friends. I see three of cups. I see 3 of pentacles, but I also see this manipulative devil's advocate almost energy here. The devil don't need no more advocates. Okay. And so like this wishy-washy energy that they have, this like bridge energy that they have can be beautiful in certain circumstances, but where you currently are and you are only taking responsibility for your life and your decisions, you don't have room for that. Just like what we saw the Lovers and we saw the Devil card. They were right next to each other and they looked identical almost. This person doesn't realize that they can tap into both energies just like you can tap into both energies. You know what I'm saying? And so, but you're choosing to always take you're working really hard to choose this higher energy. You know what I'm saying? And so for them to kind of go back and forth, it's a liability at the end of the day. That's what Spirit is saying. This is a liability. And you've been getting like this nudge. I feel like you've been kind of ignoring it. So that's why this reading is providing this clarity. Okay. Let me get some. Let me just get one. I feel like I want one wrap up message or something. Let's do just a little bibliomancy. Actually, we got our self meditation. This is so annoying. I know, I've been on this over an hour. This is unable to verify. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Can we get a wrap-up message? A little bibliomancy. Okay. This is what it says, page 217. And I just kind of scrolled my finger down to right here, this nice little paragraph. And it's talking about meditation to release distractions. Interesting. It says serenity meditation. To let go of distractions, imagine that your mind is the trunk of a tree and that all of your thoughts are branches. The strong branches with green leaves represent healthy mind states. Withered, dying branches represent distracting emotions, feelings, and thoughts. Visualize yourself reaching up to the branches of distraction and cutting them off one by one. Literally. If you like, gently note or label each distraction as you do so. Then let go of the distractions. Promise yourself that from now on, whenever a distraction enters your mind, you will see it, acknowledge it, and then let it go. And then right underneath it, it says, if someone behaves angrily towards you, you do not respond with anger. Right under that, it says, be mindful of the position of your body and the purpose of this position. Know where you are. If that ain't the clearest messages that we've ever gotten to close up the reading, then I don't know what is. Spirit is saying that there is a dead leaf. There is something that is, a distraction in your life that is letting, other lower frequencies into your life. Like the law of transference, A and C are connected because of B. You know what I'm saying? So If you got somebody that's entertaining lower frequencies and doing all that other shit, and you're noticing that it's affecting you, and you're holding space for that person, and you're doing all these things, you're trying to help them move through it, you're taking on too much responsibility of their life. And Spirit is saying that you need to, first of all, take full responsibility of your own life, you know, to create that space. But also, I feel like just in general, like this connection seems like it's kind of like running its course, you know. Yes, but that last line, I really love it. It says, know where your body is, know your place, know who you are, and firmly plant that in the ground, you know. And if somebody responds to you and tries to like make you out to be the bad guy because you're doing what's best for yourself, so be it, you know. So that is the message. If you'd like a personal reading, everything can be booked at atouchofvenus.com. That's the only place. And I do have a workshop on there that is pay what you can if you want to check that out. And if you want to look at the retreats page, there should be an email sign up form, either that or the contact form, and you can just drop your email in there and you'll be the first to know about early bird pricing, so that when we arrange a link up, we can see each other in person. Okay, so that's it. That's all. I'll see you guys probably tomorrow. Have a good night.